back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be testing Instagram and TikTok viral recipes. I must say, recently I've seen a lot more viral recipes on Instagram than I have on TikTok. I feel like my TikTok For You page has slightly changed away from food. Instagram is giving me all of the food. So these are a little bit of a mix. One of them I'm going to get started on straight away because it includes cooking some potatoes. For the first recipe, we're going to be testing Duchess potatoes, I think they're called. And it is basically a fancy mashed potato. Potatoes, garlic, butter, cheese, give it a mix with some salt and pepper. But then we're going to pipe it. So have a little piping bag and we're going to pipe it into a swirl, or at least try. I also feel like her garlic bulbs are massive compared to mine. I got the biggest ones that I could find, but I still don't feel, I feel like hers filled up her hands. Like she was like, garlic bulbs. These are not that. I'm gonna need to put the oven on. The video I'm gonna be using didn't have a drop down recipe like a lot of other ones do, nor did it have a link to a recipe. It was literally just the person filming talking about what to do, and there weren't really any measurements or numbers or anything. For example, she just said, roast the garlic. So I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna start with the garlic and just get this into the oven ASAP. It looked like she just cut it in. Wait, did she cut it in half? Or did she just cut the top off? I'm just gonna cut this one in half. No, she definitely didn't cut it in half. Okay, mistakes have already been made. I'm about 3 seconds into this video and I've ruined the first recipe. Oh dear. I think that's more like it, although what is going on? What is that? That looks like when you buy black garlic, it's like fermented in there. Do a little bit of surgical removal. And we're out of foil. We're off to a flying start, ladies and gentlemen. She did a rather generous drizzle of olive oil. And then I'm just gonna wrap it up. We hope for the best, right? Step 1, complete. I bought some Maris Piper potatoes because it literally says on there, great for mashing. They're not usually my go-to, a Maris Piper. I quite like a King Edward myself. Would you like to watch me peel? Because I can make that a reality. Oh yeah, look at me peeling. Peeling my potatoes into a pan, scrumdiddlyumptious. While I wait for the potatoes, I'm going to grate a little bit of cheese and separate an egg yolk from an egg. In the video, she uses a ricer. I don't have one, but apparently it does make a difference to how smooth the potato ends up being. So I quickly Googled potato ricer substitute. It doesn't give instructions on how, it just says you can use one. Will it go through? Ooh, oh wow! This could work. A wooden spoon might be better than a fork. This could be doable. Look how fluffy! Oh my goodness, that is way better than mashed potato. I might just always mash my potatoes like this. Or buy a ricer. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Do you think I should run it through a couple times, or is once enough with ricing? Oh, okay, got a better technique. This is a much better technique. It all goes through very easy when you do this. I'm so impressed. I feel like I really shouldn't be. It's mashed potato. I've been under a rock my whole life. I really don't know if that's ready or not. That is nowhere near ready. I know. I don't know what's going on with this garlic, but it's been in there for, I think, 40 minutes now. That is nowhere near squashable. This is proving to be the most difficult step. One moment, will this even squash through? Oh, it will. I'm now gonna add my butter, my 2 egg yolks. I'm gonna add my cheese. And then I think I might actually have to put this back on the hob. Let's give this a mix and see if any of it melts. Oh, okay, it's melting a little bit actually. Okay, I might not need the hob after all. Putting it back on the hob for a moment, but I might do a little bit more butter as well. The heat is helping. This has definitely come together more now. Now we're just gonna pop this into a piping bag. I'm actually a little bit nervous for this bit. This is the part where we have to pipe the potato, and I don't think I am gonna do a good job, but we always try our best. So, oh, something's got stuck. Oh, it's a massive piece of it's a huge piece of garlic. Where have you come from and why are you ruining my fun? Everything's getting stuck on this piece of garlic. I'm gonna have to empty the bag. I'm so angry. Okay, I really don't know how to do this. Oh, why am I being so silly? I can just take the top of this off. Just take this off. Clean that out. Problem solved. Oh yeah. That looks good. Oh no, something else has got stuck. Something's going wrong. No. Why? Oh my goodness. Why is this happening to me? Oh dear. Okay, we're just gonna empty this out. I'm gonna start again. It was going so well. It was going too well. That's the problem. We try our best. We are on a roll. We are on a roll, and we're just gonna go as far as we can. And if it ruins again, then it ruins again. It's coming out. It's coming out the side of the bag. What is this piping bag? We have 8 of them. That is gonna do for me. So we're now going to top with a little bit of melted butter and pop them in the oven for some time. I think potatoes are ready and I'm very excited because they look really freaking good. Oh, don't they look delicious? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Some of them have lost their definition a teeny bit. Ooh, okay, they don't seem as solid as hers did. This is my little Duchess potato. What I will say is that hers were really crispy. Mine is still kind of soft, like it's very squishy. I don't know whether I didn't do enough egg or maybe I didn't do enough cheese. Oh, hot, hot, oh, oh, tasty. Well, now that is delicious. Would give it a solid 10 out of 10. We're moving on. We're gonna be making bananas stuffed with chocolate and raspberry and wrapped in pastry. I don't feel like you could make a better food. Now the bit that looks the hardest to me is the bit where they just cut out a little bit of the banana. I feel like I'm going to ruin it. Here's my banana. They did a little slice like this. Oh, do you know what? This is actually going quite well. And then went the other way and then took a little spoon. Ooh, I exceeded all expectations I had for myself. However, I do feel like I want a bit more space for raspberries. I'm making changes. I really shouldn't have made the changes because I can almost guarantee that I'm making it worse, aren't I? I'm happy with that, my little banana boat. Now we're gonna put some Nutella along it. Now, I could melt this. I could put this into a piping bag. I'm just gonna spoon it in because I have not had good luck with a piping bag today, like this. Do you know what? That is fine. I mean, it's all getting wrapped in pastry at the end of the day, so I don't think it matters how it looks. Did I buy a tiny banana or does the video just have a massive one? I feel like these raspberries are huge. So now we're gonna open our puff pastry, which did say to leave out for 10 minutes before using, which I have done. I'm just gonna unroll it a little and then chop a strip like this. I'm pretty sure this gets laid diagonally and wraps up the banana. I don't know about this. I think I'm doing it right. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then I did see in the video that they ended halfway and added a second piece of pastry, so I'm gonna do the same and add my second piece. Just wrap this around the banana. I'm just gonna close that off and squish all this down a little bit. And then we have our banana. So this is now gonna go into the oven for 10 minutes, I think. I mean, this pastry does say on it, just put it in there for 10 minutes. Ooh, do I brush it with butter? It looks so good. Do I wait for it to cool? Ooh, sprinkling of the icing sugar. Just gonna sprinkle like this. Oh, that does not look anywhere near as cute as I thought it would. It looks great. It looks tasty. I'm excited. Let's put it onto a little plate for myself. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so excited to chop into it. I'm gonna go for a knife and fork with this, and I'm just gonna take a chunk out of the middle. Wow. Holy poop. Holy poop on toast. That is incredible. Absolutely delicious. I don't know if I've made anything nicer than this. Wow. Well, that's the best way to eat a banana ever. Very happy. I am very, very fond of pastry. I do think it's one of my favorite things. Like a chicken pie, pastry, ooh. A tart, pastry, ooh. A strudel, pastry, If I were to be a baker at any point in my life, pastry would be my specialty. Like, I love pastry. This is so good. Yes. I'm just gonna finish this off, then we'll keep cooking. The next recipe I found specifically said that it was good for someone on their period. Now, without being TMI, it would be great for me right about now. So I'm gonna make some, but with a couple changes. One, I'm going to halve the ingredients. It does ask for 2 bananas. My bananas are so little, so I'm going to count that as 1 banana. 1 banana, 100 grams of oats, 225 milliliters of milk, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a tablespoon of cocoa powder, half a tablespoon of maple syrup, but I've gone with golden syrup because maple syrup really bloomin' expensive. I did do the quickest Google of all time, and it did say that golden syrup is just basically sweeter, which I'm not complaining about. 22 grams of chocolate chips, a little bit of vanilla extract, a little bit of cinnamon, and then peanut butter to swirl through. And then she adds oat flour and oats. I don't have oat flour, I'm just gonna add oats, and we're just gonna hope for the best. And then she also adds protein powder, but says that it's optional, so I'm gonna not add the protein powder, although I do have some from a previous video. I'm not adding the protein powder. Everything is getting added in, mixed together, and then a peanut butter swirl on top. So actually, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna mix it in the glass dish that I'm gonna put in the oven. First step, mash the bananas, and I must say, I don't feel like these bananas are super ripe, so I might have a tough time mashing them, but I'll do my best. I caught it, just about. Oh dear. Banana. Then we're gonna add the oats. Gonna mix this around a little bit. Then we're gonna add the milk, and I feel like I should let it sit for a bit so the oats can absorb the milk. We're gonna change the recipe a tiny bit. We're not, but we're gonna do the milk in stages. Baking powder. Like I said, I'm halving everything in her recipe, so I'm using half a teaspoon, but in her recipe she uses a full teaspoon. I'm gonna pour that in there. Wow. These are gonna be chocolatey. Maple syrup, or in my case some golden syrup, half a tablespoon. Ah! Oh, wow. Okay, we've used more than half a tablespoon. We don't worry about it. Nobody worries about it. I'm gonna give this a little mix as we're going along. 20 grams of chocolate chip. This bag is 100, so I'm just gonna eyeball about a fifth of the bag. I'm going with that. A little dash of vanilla extract. Yum. A little sprinkle of cinnamon. I'm gonna add some more of my milk. I feel like if I add any more milk, it's gonna be really, really milky. Maybe that's because I didn't turn any of the oats into flour. Maybe that's gonna bite me in the bum. If I leave it for a couple minutes, the oats might soak up some more of the milk, you know? Pray for the best. I'm back. It is a little bit better. And now we are gonna drizzle some peanut butter and mix it through. Just gonna try and swirl this through a little bit. Hey. This is going kind of well. And then just swirl it through. Like, we didn't do too well with the swirling. And then this just gets popped into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. So I shall do that and catch up with you when it's done. Brownie is done. I've left it out for 5-10 minutes just to cool a little bit. Let's see what this tastes like. The fact that in the video the person said my client makes me think that she's a personal trainer or a nutritionist, and that this is kind of like a health food. And although it's not unhealthy, it still has maple syrup in it and peanut butter and bananas and like quite a lot of sugar, which is, there's no problem with sugar, sugar's fine, but I feel like with that amount of sugar I could potentially just have a yummy Snickers bar, you know? But it is tasty. I honestly think I'm just gonna eat the whole thing because in my brain, this is porridge. This next one keeps popping up on my For You page on TikTok with people saying it's 3 AM and I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna make this massive bowl of fruit and ice, pretty much. So before I get started on that, I do need to make myself some Nesquik. I feel like I've made Nesquik one time and it was for a video, but like 5-6 years ago, so I don't really remember how you do this. I do remember it smells incredible though. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should go pink. Oh yeah. Oh, it's not as pink as I thought it was gonna be. Can I add a bit more? Just make a little pinker. Come on, let's go pink. If you haven't seen these TikToks, they take strawberry milk, a whole ton of fruit, of which I didn't think I had enough. Now I think I may have too much. Some jelly, which I need to chop up. Sprite is also getting involved, and some ice cubes, which I will get out of the fridge in a moment. And basically all of this goes into a bowl, and then they sort of eat it with like one of these spoons. I don't think this is called a ladle, but I don't know what this is called. They eat it with one of these. I don't know if this is actually meant to taste good. I mean, it is just fruit, strawberry milk, Sprite and ice. so I don't know why it wouldn't taste good, but I don't know if it's actually convenient to eat or if people are just doing it because it's like a viral craze. So we're gonna test it. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, as always. But I also completely forgot to say, this is a Korean fruit bowl, and I think it's called hiwachi. Let me know if I'm saying that correct. And I got jelly with peaches in it. How'd you get this out? Woo! There we go. Here we go. Ooh! It went over me. I chop these up like this. Ooh. I don't really know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. Wibble wobble jelly on a plate. I'm gonna sit down for this. I feel like I need to... Why don't I film all of my videos sat down? This is so much comfier. Fruit-wise, we have watermelon. We've got mango. We've got pineapple. We've got raspberries. Blackberries and strawberries. Then we have our peach jelly, which tastes amazing. We have peach jelly. Then we're going to add the strawberry milk. I think I have overfilled this. And then we add in Sprite. Stir it around. I mean, it sounds incredible. It sounds so good. Okay, honest opinion, it's a lot of fun and it is tasty. And the watermelon is so good. It is so crunchy because it's cold and like full of Sprite that it's kind of tingly and like, it's just the best watermelon. But what am I to do with all of this if I now don't eat it? Do I just put this in the fridge? Right, okay. So from what I can see online, and I could be wrong, correct me if I am, this concept, it is a Korean fruit punch bowl. You wouldn't have necessarily a whole one of these to yourself. You'd sort of have a glass and fill it with this. You could just do this at home with, look, just a few pieces of fruit, a few bits of ice and some jelly. I need some jelly from the bottom. All of the jelly has gone to the bottom. I think this is probably more like it, but this I would have happily. It's very, very cute. It's tasty. That is it for this video. I hope you did enjoy today's video and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.